into my WWE Saturday Night mainly section. So, give me some time. A couple of messages and everything. Got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, Saturday night's main events tonight. WWE's pay per view on. They do this pay per view. I'm pretty sure like every so often throughout the calendar year. Not a bad. I am not too thrilled with the card, for instance. Per se, I can honestly say that I am maybe the more entertaining of the matches is probably be maybe the tag team featuring CM Punk, Sami Zayn against Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, which has a potential for all the combustible elements for a good story to tell past the fact. Depending on how well the other stories function and play out themselves. Another matchup we have Selena Vega defending the Women's United States Championship against Chelsea Green, which I mean, for a long time I felt like Chelsea has got her just due now at this point, and I feel like she's now gotten to that stage because she's been a great entertainer for what she has been. Sure, honestly, she has. And so I feel like this is a great, way to not only push Selena, but probably also because I feel like Chelsea's also has grown on me more so me personally. So now I feel like Chelsea does have a great spotlight more so. Like I don't feel like she's just like just that entertainer for the night more so get the segment. She's not like Alana more so from years ago. She's actually has I can say a lot of stock worth into her, not just of I can say beauty wise more so. I'm not really a major fan of makeup, me personally. But yes, Chelsea, I do think she's on like I can say she's like one of my top 10 most favorite looking divas on the current roster. So with that, I feel like if Selena can pull this off in defending the title, I feel like you can probably carry Chelsea elsewhere to other storylines. Because I haven't really been able to keep with the upkeep with all of WWE's stories, more so with the SmackDown storylines per se. It's kind of like thrown me off more so with Roman not being there. And so that was also just the other thing. How's it going? So also the other matchups are I got into the CM Punk, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins. I feel depending on how you catapult this matchup for maybe not Sami Zayn or Punk, more so WWE, more so Saturday Night Main Event. If you sit up here and honestly have Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins win, it makes more sense, to be honest. Nothing against CM Punk and Sami Zayn. It's just that I think they lost their last two matchups, main big matchups. I mean, with CM Punk being the triple threat, it's not like, it's nothing more. I think it brings more heat to Rollins, that's what the group needs anyway. Hey, good afternoon. So I do feel like that is another aspect to where they can go ahead and exploit, because if Rollins can be the biggest heel on Raw if set right. And then you can have Braun Breaker be the biggest breakout star that there was on Raw. Actually, greens from Mexico, Mexicano. Dang, that's what's up. But yeah, so literally, guys, there's a lot of credentials, or a lot of possibilities within Saturday night's main event, and we can go into a very I wouldn't say a long threshold of the year. Like we're still getting into that seen as the greatest champion of all time. And so we're still going into that threshold of now. And so he can carry that notion even if he beats R-Truth. Like this matchup, I'm gonna automatically say John Cena wins this. John can easily win this matchup, and it wouldn't make a difference more so. I feel like how you tell the story. I feel like how you tell the story is also another huge appointment of the aspect. I feel like you don't have to have truth lose. If you have truth lose dramatically, then I feel like it can go into more because I feel like there's also more fans who still would like to see John Cena, CM Punk running back for the title more so. Rather than probably see John lose it to a young guy at this point. I don't see where there's too many young cats on the roster that has been built up to that stardom. Um, to this credential right now. Again, I can't see how where WWE would make sense for him to. It would make sense for me personally if it was either to Roman. I couldn't see LA Knight. Maybe I would want to say Drew McIntyre. Damian Priest. Maybe if you can build his reserve back up. I feel like the Drew and that's another matchup I want to get into as well because I skipped and glossed over that. The Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. I feel more so that this is a more Damian Priest needs this win than Drew because he's already beaten him in the earlier part of the series, and that was like that mania. So I think that was Backlash, if I'm not mistaken. So there does need to be maybe a Damian Priest wins, not the greatest fashion. I mean, of course, a brawling brute way. I will feel like that will be a decent aspect because I think I'm sorry, it wasn't Damian. It was Drew Gunther and Sheamus through in the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship a couple years ago. So even so with them, I feel like with those type of brawlers that can do tall, athletic brawlers that can do a lot more in the ring, you get a lot more of a storytelling model. And I feel like you can get a good quality matchup out of that. I feel like that can be a good 4 out of 5. I don't feel like escape is necessary. I feel like with the way they try to build it, I feel like you can literally go to the way of it can be a pure fight inside the ring with that case. I do believe there's a couple more matches on the card. I'm not going to try to gloss past anything. Give me 1 second. So Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. I don't feel they'll put the belt on Jey for him to lose this fast. I don't feel like the title reign is going to be that long of a period. But I do feel within that notion that there will be there will be a story to tell with this, and I do feel that maybe, like I said, we will probably. I honestly will not like to see. I would not like to see. Sorry guys, I would not like to see Logan Paul as a champion. I don't really need to. I think we've seen it for a while, and it wasn't one I was like too ecstatic for. So I feel like I can go past the whole if he wins. Like I don't need Logan Paul with the belt on him, to be honest. I feel like it's fair enough where it's at. So that's where that can stay. For my regards. There wasn't another matchup on the card. I'm sorry, guys. I really had lost track of that. So, yeah, Jey Uso and Logan Paul saying Selena Vegas versus Charlie Green are truth. Yeah, so I feel with the stories, I feel that they can probably maybe bring a little bit more into it. I feel like John's story is just too. I mean, he's selling it for what it's worth. So, of course, that's just how it's going to be. Stale John with the right persona and all, but it still feels like we're getting into that slow process of a John Cena. Like, honestly, I feel like we're still in like the early process of a John Cena Hill run. Personally, now I can be always wrong, and since he is the greatest of all time, without a doubt, and I do feel John will run this into maybe Survivor Series. I want to say maybe SummerSlam, depending on who's the opponent. If they can build up, like if they can build, Honestly, they could build Jacob to be a face. It could probably honestly work. But yeah, I don't know. It's still one of those to be determined. I think the pay-per-view starts. I think the pay-per-view starts within the next few more hours at this point. And so there's hoping everybody will probably follow that. Yeah, it wasn't going to really be too long-winded, guys. Um, but again, this is oh yeah, sorry, but yeah. So again, I'm going to do a post-match and post. Sorry, I will be doing a post pay-per-view um, live session. If anybody want to join me in for that, like I said, we're going to be having more topics and discussions to talk about. Plus, trust me, guys, a lot going on probably within every other aspect. And we're going to be reaching more and more different aspects and different genres. Specifically, like I said in the cover ahead of the anime, I didn't get a chance to upload the right cover. This is like a last minute thing I was really trying to put up for everybody. So if anybody does get a chance, trust me, this will definitely be a short term. We will be having more segments coming out daily, more topics to vlog about. And so, again, try to catch me on live on my gaming platform as well on IG and TikTok. And get back at me with freaking greatness. And stay tuned, everybody. Enjoy the pay per view.